Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Danny and this is flosstube number 60. I have finished 2 more goals. I will show you those in a second. And I have some other talk to tell you a little bit about because it's close to December and last week I actually had a week off of work. So normally you would think I have a lot of stitching done and did great progress, and normally that would be the case, especially during those times. Here in Germany we have like a small lockdown or lockdown light. So basically the whole week I stayed at home except for when I had to go grocery shopping. The rest of the time I was just alone in my apartment. And actually I enjoyed it a lot. It's close to December, and in December I have my normal weekends, but I don't have a lot of time off of work, so I decided to start with my Christmas cookies. Therefore, I have 5 sorts of Christmas cookies already done, and a lot of the recipes I have are from my grandma. So whenever I had something done and finished, and they lay there to dry before I put them in the box, I sent my grandma a picture. And she was super happy and told me how proud she was and that she found someone who's going to continue her recipes. And it did not take long after I sent her a picture that my grandpa sent me a message telling me, well, I need a box of those. You have to pack them up and send them. So that was super cool. I have a few more things planned. I think 2 or 3 more of those Christmas cookies I want to do. And then I will send my grandpa a box of cookies. It's his early Christmas present. In my family, since my brother and I are adults, so for the last, I think, 5 years, something like that, we said we don't gift each other a lot anymore. We just do smalls to enjoy having presents, unwrap something, get something, but not to spend a lot of money for any of us, because all of us, if we want something, we buy it ourselves. So just to have something to unpack and enjoy the spirit of Christmas. But yeah, we actually, none of us really needs anything. So that's why we said we do it like that. So maybe the box of Christmas cookies I will send my grandpa will be his Christmas present, or I do another box of cookies if he likes them and give it to him for Christmas, because he always also sent me a message telling me they taste the best before Christmas. So I'm not sure if he will really enjoy it if I give him a box on Christmas. I can tell you all of this because he does not speak a word of English, so I don't have to fear that he will know anything about it when I tell it in my video. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it very much. My grandma did not plan to bake any this year because, well, she's getting older and her recipes, she does not have any easy recipes. I picked myself out the easiest of hers, and still I stood the whole day in the kitchen. There are so many steps, and yeah, they just take a whole lot of time. So she says she can't do it anymore. She's 80 now, so I can understand that. But after she saw all my pictures, she actually started to bake herself. But I think she won't do a lot this year. My mom, she does bake Christmas cookies, but none of my grandma's recipes, because they are just so complicated. So she just does not do it. She has her own recipes, those where she does like one big pile of dough, and then she parts it into 4 different categories, and each of those piles gets other spices, and they are super fast. She just, she does not have to do a lot with those, and normally she's done in a whole day with 4 sorts of cookies. So that's kind of her style of doing Christmas cookies, and that's very different to my grandma's style. So yeah, that's about Christmas cookies. I wanted to tell it because I really like baking. I have a lot of fun. I have no one to eat them, so it's a good thing I can send a few of those to my grandma, because otherwise I would eat them all by myself, and that's not good either. But yeah, I really like that my grandma is so proud of me, and a few of those recipes are actually of my great grandma, so that's pretty cool, and I kind of like to continue family tradition and do all those cookies as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think 2 weeks ago I did an apple strudel after the recipe from my great grandma, so that's also pretty cool, and I really like that. Another thing my mom does not do because it's super complicated. But yeah, I like that, and I'm happy that my grandma enjoys me doing that as well. So yeah, just wanted to tell you that because it made me happy this week. Okay, let's start with stitching. I don't have travel stitching. As I said, I've been only at home except for grocery shopping, and at grocery shopping, there's no time for actually stitching. So did not do that. Therefore, I have my travel stitching here because this week I'm going to continue with travel stitching, but therefore we will start right off with full coverage. And last week I told you I'm going to concentrate on my full coverage pieces from now on and only stitch one till I'm done with my year and go. And last time I told you I'm going to stitch on Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. The artwork is by Amy Stewart and Charlotte Verhaven of Designs. So I bring it a bit closer. I'm up in this corner over here. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. I finished my year and go, which means since you saw it last, I did around 3,500 something stitches. That's pretty cool. This one is stitched on a 40 count, 1/110 stitch, and I bring it a bit closer to show you what exactly I did. So I'm going in diagonals of 10 by 10 blocks, so therefore I did something over the whole piece. Up in here in the sky, it gets a little bit brighter, and then you can see those darker parts. That is because I have reached the end of this scene and have started with the tree that's going into the next scene. That's pretty cool. So I'm really happy about that. I continued with those books. Those blocks in here were super good because they were super fast. There are not a lot of colors, and that's very rare for this project. So I enjoyed that. I moved further down into this book. Here I finished off all the candles, or close to finished off all the candles, and the candle holder is now visible a bit better. Looks really cool. I moved into the owl. The owl is close to being done. There are a few corners missing in here, but otherwise the owl is done, and now it's looking really cute. Last time I showed you it did look a bit strange, but that was because it was not completely done. So she's sitting on some branches and stuff, so I started that. I'm close to finishing off the whole window. There's a little corner missing in here as well. I finished off the sword and started with continued with the stone, so it starts to look like a stone. And then down here, this row of dark stitches, that's the shelf. I have reached the shelf. So I'm going to continue this diagonal completely down, because the shelf is about two complete blocks high. So with the next block, I will reach the middle of the shelf. I bring a picture. So the shelf is pretty high, so therefore another block down here will be just shelf. I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going in diagonals over the top shelf until I'm on the other side, which will be in about 10 years, maybe more. Yeah, so that's where I'm presently at with that one. 16,000 stitches in a year, or 11 months. So that's pretty cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And I really love how it's turning out. It's looking great. It really does. I have thread parked over here because I have reached my 16,000 stitches and did not do one stitch more. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Especially those books. I think they look so great. And I see a lot of pictures of this project online in the Facebook groups and stuff, with all the different versions, like the regular size, regular colors, or regular size max colors, super size, and regular colors, or as I'm stitching it, super size max colors. And I'm really happy I took the super size max color because I just love how it's turning out and how those books look, and everything is just so defined and so lifelike that I really enjoy it. And I just remembered I wanted to show you one more thing. In the next diagonal, or in the diagonal I'm presently in, because I'm presently in this block in here. So as soon as I have this diagonal done, I will reach that lamp down here as well. So that's pretty cool, and some few green stitches in stone. So I'm really looking forward to that, but that's going to be next year, which just means I'm not stitching on this one for 1 month. I have others that I finished earlier in the year, like in June or something. I think the first goal I finished in June. And then it's half a year I don't stitch on those planned-wise. And with this, it's just 1 month because I'm so late in the year to finish the goal. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's supersized max color Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and I'm really happy that I'm done. Finished my goal, did the 16,000 stitches. Otherwise, it's kind of sad because I really, really enjoy the project and all those little things that appear when you continue stitching on it. Okay, that's been it. So I'm not even sure when I finished it. I'm not sure. But I had one day that I did stitch on my next full coverage piece. That will be my next focus piece. And the one I'm talking about is Supersize Max Color Cliffhanger. Artwork is also by Amy Stewart and charted also by Heaven and Earth Designs. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So this one is also stitched on 40 count, 1/110 stitch, but this one I stitch a full page and then move on to the next page. So presently I'm stitching on page number 16, and that's where I have all my progress. So I started to fill in all those colors, and I started up here in the top and filled a lot of those a bit darker colors, and then I started with the brighter colors down here, and that's where I'm going to continue today. This one will be my focus project, and I have a bit more than 6,500 stitches still missing. That's a lot. I hope to finish around 3,500 up to 4,000 this week. That would be pretty cool, but that also means this one is going to be with me for about 2 weeks until I'm done with my year goal. So I hope today I will finish that page. That would be really great because today is my last day off of work. So I hope for a lot of progress, and finishing that one would be really, really nice. So yeah, I did stitch on that one the day before yesterday, I think. So on Saturday, and I just picked colors and filled them in over the whole page, and I had reached exactly, I think, 630 or 631, and had a little bit time left of my episode, and then I decided I'm going with confetti stitches. So next time I stitch on this one, I'm at my daily stitch count goal faster. So that's basically what I did. I did a lot of confetti stitches. So that means a lot of what's left will go super fast because there are not a lot of colors missing. So I'm looking forward to stitching on this one today, and hopefully finishing my page. And then we'll see where I'm going next. Because with this one, I'm going to the pages random. I have all the pages I can reach, either directly next to it or diagonally, in a wheel on my Tiny Decisions app. And that app will decide which page I'm going to next. So I'm hoping for a page in the top row, which will be page 2 up to 5. I can reach all of those. And I really hope for one of those because they have a lot of black in it. So it will go super fast. But I also kind of hope that it's not going to be a diagonal page again, because you will see more of the picture if, and I will see more of the picture if it's a page that will fill in one of those holes or just be next to 2 other pages. That would be really nice because you will see more. And if it's a diagonal page, I kind of hope it's one down here in row 4, because I think then you will see the back of the books, which also be super nice. Like here, the back of the books, something like that. Because with those pages, and because it's really similar, everything on top, I'm not even sure where I'm at in the picture. So it's kind of sad. I'm sure I would be able to figure it out with a lot of time and a lot of effort. So yeah, I'm just hoping to either fill in one of those pages or go diagonally in the back of the books, something like that, just to see more of the picture. Or at least be in the top row to be fast because of a lot of black. So yeah, we'll see about that. Looking forward to finding out which page will be next. Depending on when I finish this page today, maybe I can even start with the next one. That would be pretty nice. So yeah, we'll see about that. That's it so far. And that's all the full coverage stitching I did for this week. So I only have 2 more projects I stitched on this week. And first one being the one I stitch on every week, which is Temperature Garden by Stitch and Mommy. That's approximately what it's going to look like when it's done. And I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at. So basically, I finished that flower, started that one, only needed 2 colors because it's always the same weather outside. It's always cold, but not super cold, and it's always raining. We don't have any sun here anymore, probably till around February. So this one is stitched on 28 count, 1/1 full cross, and yeah, that's where I'm at. During December, my non-full coverage stitching days, which basically going forward just means the days I stitch on Temperature Garden will be Wednesdays. So that basically means next Wednesday I have 3 days I'll be able to stitch, which just means finishing off the flower and starting the first one of December. But I think I'm nevertheless going to stitch on this one and then finally stitch my 2020 on top. And maybe think about something for the location on the bottom. Either stitching it over here, but I think I might like it more to stitch it on the right side. But figuring out how I'm going to do it, if I do like the postcode as well, or the zip code, something like that. So yeah, thinking about that, figuring it out, and stitching it as soon as I can reach it. But first of all, I have to figure it out, and I have to figure out how I'm going to stitch the 2020 on top. So yeah, probably going to do that on Wednesday. The needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft. And yeah, here we go. That's where I'm at. So it's going to stay kind of blue. There might be some lilac, which actually you can't really see. Well, a little bit, like those flower petals are lilac. So this color will come up, maybe the darkest blue I think I did not have yet. No, I did not have yet, except for down here. So that will come up probably a bit more. But yeah, that's basically it, what you can expect from this one. So that's my temperature garden. The last project I stitched on, I finished my goal. And the project I'm talking about is Tiny Stockings Ornaments by Basilla. 30 different stockings, very tiny, on 14 count Ada, everything included in the kit. And last year I did 3 of those. This year my goal was 16. I finished all 16, so now I have 19 completed overall, so 11 left for next year. We'll see about that and when I'm going to do that. Not sure yet, but 11 left for next year. So the one I was stitching on when you saw me last is the center with the animals over here. So I'll show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And he's done. Yeah, as I said, there was not a lot missing, just a bit back stitching down here, and then a few French knots. No, not in here. In here, and the eyes of the center. They look okay. The gray one you can't really see in the rabbit. Not perfectly, but there is one, and in real life you can see it. So, oh, and up in here in the border there were a few French knots missing. They look okay. They don't look perfect. They never will. Not going to switch them out with beads. I'm just going to stick with French knots and do them as good as I can. And that's what I did. So yeah, this is my Santa. He's looking cute. He does. There was a lot of backstitching, but it was okay. So yeah, that's Santa, and he's done. So next I moved on to those birdies here. So I'll show you a picture of what they looked like the last time you saw them. And here they are, completely finished. And I love those. They look so cute and so amazing. I really, really love those. They are, I think, my favorite ones of those that I did this year, and probably also of the whole thing. So they look really, really cute. Really enjoyed them. Yeah, not much to say about them, even if I would like to have the picture up a bit longer. But I think I told you everything, so I'm going to put them away and show you which one I stitched on next, which was the last one, the cat in here. So I show you a picture of what she looked like last year. And she is finished as well. The whole thing I stitched yesterday. Yesterday was my non-full coverage stitching day, so I stitched on Temperature Garden. And then I decided it's a non-full coverage stitching day. I'm going to stitch on non-full coverage, and I'm going to finish my goal on this book. So I finished the whole cat. It took the whole day. There's a lot of stitching in here, a lot of back stitching. Then there are the long stitches of the wool or yarn she's throwing around her. So yeah, it took a long time, longer than I expected. But I'm happy. I'm happy with her. I was done, I think, at around 10:30 p.m., which is not super late for me, especially during vacation. I'm staying up super late, normally around 1 or 2 a.m. But yesterday I decided to go to bed that early, and be able to be up super early to do my video. That did not work out as well as I had planned, but it worked, at least, more or less. So I can get myself used to another rhythm again, because with work I have to get up super early, so it's not good if I stay up to 1 or 2 a.m. the day before. So it was nice to have her finished kind of early yesterday evening and then just go to bed. So yeah, she's done as well, super cute, but the cutest of them all are the birds. I really love them. Yeah, and that's basically what I did last week. There's nothing else I did stitch on. So, what am I going to do next week? Basically, Cliffhanger. Just going to stitch on my full coverage piece, Super Size Max Dollar Cliffhanger. Of course, I'm going to do temperature garden. As I said, I'm finally going to do the 2020 on top. And I'm going to stitch on travel stitching while traveling. And maybe I'm going to use my travel stitching as non-full coverage stitching in the evening if I still want to stitch but not feeling cliffhanger anymore. So that's kind of the plan, because for travel stitching I have 3 projects I can take, and 2 of them there's a lot missing in those. So I'm feeling okay to stitch those at home as well. So for tomorrow travel stitching, I'm going to take the one I wanted to take last week if there would have been any travel stitching, which is the Hello Dear Cell by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. Every part has been released. I'm super slow on stitching this one. So I'm showing you where I'm at with that one, which is the same where it was last week. I'm presently stitching on part number 2 up in here with the squirrel. This one is stitched on 28 count 1/1 full cross. The needleminder is also from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and yeah, that's where I'm at. So hopefully getting good progress tomorrow, and I think that will be the one I'm stitching on at home when I feel like stitching on something not for coverage in the evening. And then tomorrow, but later in the day, and after I've left for work, there will be released the 12th and last part of the Grimm's Fairy Tale Cell by Clouds Factory. I can't show you a picture of what it's going to look like when it's done, because, as I said, the next part will be released tomorrow. But this is where I'm at with that one. Part 11 is completely done. This is stitched on a 16 count Ada 2/1 full cross. The Ada is by Picture Plus in the colorway Jade. The needleminder is from Just So Heavenly, and I'll bring it a bit closer. This is where I'm at right now. So the last part I did was Little Red Riding Hood. That was part 11, and now waiting for part number 12 down in here, which will also complete the alphabet, because there's a few letters still missing. So yeah, waiting for that one. I'm looking forward to see which one it's going to be tomorrow. And then that's going to be my travel stitching until part number 12 is done, and I can move back again to Hello Dear Cell. So yeah, that's basically it. And I think I showed you everything what I wanted to show you. Yeah, everything I stitched on, everything I'm going to stitch on during next week. As I said, Cliffhanger, I'm hoping for around 4,000 stitches. That would be really nice. And that would mean I still stitch on that one next week. So I'm not going to show you my last project yet. I'm going to do that in my next video, which will be on Monday next week. I think, yeah, Monday next week. Yeah, that's it. I think I told you everything. Oh, no, one thing I wanted to tell you about my goals and how far I got with them. And after finishing 2 more goals this week, I just wanted to give you an update. So, update. Presently, I have 23 whips and I have 10 goals still missing, which means I did 13 goals already, but I also had in the beginning of the year 2 more whips that were where my goal was to finish them, and I did. So basically I already did 15 goals and 10 are still missing. I counted through all my whips and I'm quite sure to finish 4 more goals, which will be the Hello Dear Cell, the Grimm's Fairy Tale Cell, and my 2 full coverage projects. So 6 goals not being done, I'm fine with that. Maybe I get another one of those done, that would be really, really great. I hope so, actually. But yeah, that's basically an update. I already did 15. I have 10 missing. Some of them basically not yet started. Some of them very close. So yeah. Oh, and temperature garden. I'm also quite sure I will finish my goal. So maybe I only have 5 that I'm not sure. Or I did not count Hello Dear Cell. I was sure to finish my goal. I don't know. I'm just telling you 10 are still missing. And some of them are really close to being done. So I'm looking forward to continuing on stitching and getting some more progress in. And that's what I'm going to start with today and now, and hopefully getting a page finish on Cliffhanger. Till you see me next, I'm really sure I have a page finish, so that's great. Yeah, and that's it. See you next Monday. Hope you have a wonderful time. Hope you enjoy your time stitching, and yeah, see you then. Bye!